Hey everybody, it's Friday, and we're going camping.
Hello.
What's up?
So where are we going this weekend, Schragg?
Somewhere we've been before, back to Pymatuning State Park. Why are we going, Schragg?
We are actually going this weekend to go see the D-Day reenactment that is held in Conneaut. According to the website that we looked up, this does take place tomorrow. This video is going to be a little bit different, so just hang out with us. We're not going to do a whole lot in the campground, I don't think, because we've already done a review of Pymatuning this year.
Yeah.
Gavin's not in town. Gavin is in North Carolina with some of his friends at a gaming convention of sorts.
Yep.
The cat was left alone by herself. We told her that she's not allowed to use the microwave.
Yeah. Or
Don't
break out the vodka and tequila because we'll come home and she'll be hammered. Puke everywhere.
Don't put forks in the microwave.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So we have another hour's worth of driving, and we will be there. There's a few channels we'd like you guys to check out. Allie and Chuck Adventures, they're out of Florida. They go to some really pretty places in Florida. And Chuck's actually in a Motley Crue tribute band. So definitely check them out. Allie, Chuck Adventures.
We also want you guys to take a look at Opa and Oma Camping Adventure. They are, I believe, taking a break right now from camp hosting. They've done all sorts of adventures. They've even gate guarded out west.
They are full-timers, and they are from Pennsylvania.
Yep. Who else you got?
Following the Fitches, they just started out, the beginning of the summer?
Yeah.
And they also are trying to get their channel going, so we want to throw some subscribers their way. Don't forget to subscribe to the site, because I know there's a lot of viewers out there, but you're not necessarily subscribers. So make sure you subscribe, hit the little bell, and comment, because we love to hear from you.
Soldiers, sailors, and airmen of the Allied Expeditionary Force, you are about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers of liberty-loving people everywhere march with you. In company with our brave allies and brothers in arms on other fronts, you will bring about the destruction of the German war machine, the elimination of Nazi tyranny over the oppressed peoples of Europe, and security for ourselves in a free world. Your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well-trained, well-equipped, and battle-hardened. He will fight savagely. But this is the year 1944. Much has happened since the Nazi triumphs of 1940-41. The United Nations have inflicted upon the Germans great defeat in open battle, man to man. Our air offensive has seriously reduced their strength in the air and their capacity to wage war on the ground. Our home front have given us an overwhelming superiority in weapons and munitions of war, and placed at our disposal great reserves of trained fighting men. The tide has turned. The free men of the world are marching together to victory. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty, and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than full victory. Good luck, and let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking.
One of the unique things about this beach, and we've looked for other places that may be similar to this, but this is the only one on the north coast of Ohio. Yeah, the first one to fire was a 105 howitzer, and the second larger one is the 155 millimeter long tom. But this beach is about the exact size of the beach, Omaha Beach in Normandy. Oh, and speaking of exact, the next plane coming in is Whiskey 7, This is a C-47. It's also a D-Day veteran. It led one of the sticks of the 82nd Airborne when they flew into Normandy to drop paratroopers. When you hear that siren, that means the Germans are alerted and expect trouble. So it'll also be followed by an earth-shattering kaboom. Here it comes. So of course there were 5 beaches that day. There was Stewart Beach, was stormed by the 7th British Infantry Division and their 27th Armored Brigade. Then came Juno Beach and the 3rd Canadian Infantry Division and their 2nd Armored Brigade. Then you had Gold Beach, where the 50th British Infantry Division and 8th Armored Brigade would land. But we're really here today because this beach looks an awful lot like Omaha Beach. We're just representing a small section. Some of our history overlaps because we can't do everything. But the area of the invasion force covered 60 miles. And then 10 miles inland when the airborne divisions landed inland. Defenses in the rear. Forces were facing a deadlier enemy. And take them.
They gotta clear it. This jam.
So D-Day Ohio, in order to put this reenactment on, it started actually with help from the U.S. Navy, who used it as a training exercise. But the Navy decommissioned the boats that would be appropriate, so D-Day Ohio sought out landing craft of its own. We rented a couple the first year. We're getting a little more air support from tiny aircraft. They've been coming to this event for about 15 years. And these little planes are 3/4 scale replicas of P-51 Mustang. And they're made right here in Pymatuning County. the beach for about a half hour. In the real invasion on Omaha Beach, they landed about 6:30, and it took them to noon to make the first breaks into German lines.
Had a fun weekend at Pymatuning. Ended up being us, Kenny and Jackie, Mike, Debbie and Colin, Mike and Melanie.
Yep, so we spent the entire day Saturday in Conneaut. It was crowded.
I would guess there was probably close to 60,000 people there.
I have no idea.
Unbelievable.
It was insane. It was a good time though.
Yeah.
It was definitely an experience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that capturing it on video doesn't really show the intensity of it. We were literally 50 yards from the howitzer, and when that thing shot off, it went through your body, through your bones. The hair on your arms and legs was like
There was actually a gentleman in front of us that was holding his cell phone trying to take a picture or a video, and when they shot the howitzer off, it literally blew his phone out of his hand.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So if you ever go to the reenact, be smart. Don't be like us. Take ear protection. Be sure that you take earplugs.
And chairs. We did
Chairs.
not take chairs because we didn't want to carry them around. But let me tell you what, you're going to want chairs unless you go early enough with a blanket where you can sit on the hill. But if you do that, as soon as you get there, you have to go directly to that hill and grab a spot. People start grabbing spots first thing in the morning. Actually, we heard that some people come days ahead of time and claim spots on the hill. So I think it would have been better. We were at ground level, at beach level. It would have been better if we were elevated so we could see more. We couldn't see anything that was taking place out on the water.
This particular year, they normally have the boats bring in the reenactors off the water. However, the waves didn't allow that this year.
Yeah.
So everybody had to come in,
Just off the beach.
just off the beach. But the planes were amazing.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
flew so low.
Yeah, very low.
It was a great time.
Yeah.
It was definitely an experience.
Take your kids. It's awesome history. And at the center of the U.S. camp, I don't think I got any of this on video. The center of the U.S. camp, there was a stage, and they had a whole bunch of World War II veterans up there, and they were telling stories and just getting everybody worked up before the actual invasion. And that I heard some of those gentlemen talking, and it was emotional and very intriguing.
It's nice that they have things like this, and they bring in the veterans that were there and can tell the stories. Because if you ever have an opportunity to sit down and talk to someone like that who served the country and was part of a war, and the stories that they can tell,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't talk enough to
Children are
our
forgetting the history of this country, and it's sad.
But-
So everything there, like they had separate food vendors just for veterans, so they didn't have to wait and everything.
It was all free as well.
And it was all free. All of the porta-johns had big signs on them that said, "Hey, if a veteran's there or a World War II vet, let them have the bathroom first." So it was pretty awesome.
One thing to note, and I don't know, we got some audio on some of the video. I don't know with all the shooting and banging that was going on if you'll be able to hear it. But one thing about this reenactment, it is all volunteer. The people that come and participate, they actually bring their own uniforms, their own equipment. They purchase their own ammunition for the reenactment. None of that is provided.
Yeah.
It's just these people have a love of history, and the gentleman was actually at the howitzer. That is actually his piece of equipment.
He was from Tennessee.
And he provides the rounds for the reenactment. But nobody that participates gets anything given to them. It's
Yeah.
all out of their pocket.
And these guys were shooting their guns for a solid, whoa, report that. Hope he's okay. Oh, he's waiting for somebody. They were shooting solid for
Half hour?
at least a half hour. So imagine how many rounds you can go through. And some of these guys with the fully automatic machine guns.
I wouldn't even venture to guess how much they spend out of pocket for this one day. But they do have ladies walking around with donation buckets.
Yeah, the ladies. They're the pinup girls that you see on the side of the airplanes.
There were a bunch of them. A lot of them were dressed up like that, but they were asking for donations.
Yeah, because this whole thing is all funded by donations.
It sure is. And they had little PX stores set up around the different camps, and purchases from those particular areas went towards the donations collected for the reenactment. But it was a cool time. We had a good time.
So if you've been to Gettysburg and you've been there for the Civil War reenactment, you know, here's another one to add to your list, the D-Day reenactment in Conneaut, Ohio. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Absolutely. It would definitely be cool to go back and think about it a little. Whoa, stay in your lane, John.
I couldn't see.
We'd have to think a little bit harder. A lesson. Wear sunscreen, take a chair, and stake your chairs out early, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, what else you got?
We stayed at Pymatuning again. We've already done a video on Pymatuning. We will link it at the end.
It is Pymatuning.
Oh yeah, Pymatuning. What did I say?
Pymatuning.
Pymatuning.
Tuning.
So, it's a great campground. And we actually ate our fish. Did we already talk about this on video?
I don't think so.
We ate our fish that was given to us by a nice Amish that was given to us by a nice Amish family when we stayed here back in June. And we fed everybody except for Kenny, because we kept calling him and his phone was turned off, so Kenny missed out on the fish. But I have not had fried food in like 5 years now, close to it. And she made, first time ever frying fish. This fish was unbelievable. Crunchy breading. I'm getting hungry already. We had fish and chips.
We did.
It was great.
It was good.
So, we are off next weekend because it's my son's 18th birthday. Happy birthday, Gavin. And then the following weekend, we have something different planned, which will be Labor Day weekend. So you'll just have to wait and see what that's all about.
All right, we're going to get out of here. Remember, the only thing better than a campfire are the memories you make around it. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.